Good morning, everyone. Let me start with a question. Have you ever faced a moment in life when the odds seemed stacked against you? A moment when you felt like everything you wanted was out of reach, like the mountain was just too high to climb. I want you to hold on to that moment for a second. Feel it. Because that's where the power of hard work begins, right there in the space where everything seems impossible. You see, life doesn't hand us success on a silver platter. It doesn't just say, here you go, here's the life of your dreams. No, life is like a silent, patient teacher waiting to see if you're willing to push through the pain, the doubts, and the failures. Hard work isn't glamorous. It doesn't get applause in the moment. No one claps for you at 4 a.m. when you're putting in the hours while the rest of the world is asleep. No one sees the tears you cry when you stumble and fall. But let me tell you something, hard work changes everything. It doesn't matter where you come from, what your challenges are, or what you don't have. The power of hard work is that it levels the playing field. Talent is great, yes, but talent without effort is just untapped potential. The truth is, hard work doesn't guarantee success, but without it, success isn't even an option. Maybe you've been told you can't do it. Maybe you've even told yourself that. Let me share this. The biggest battle you'll ever fight is not against the world. It's against that little voice inside your head that says, you're not enough. And the way to silence that voice is through action. Every time you choose to show up, every time you push past the fear, every time you decide to try again instead of giving up, you are proving that voice wrong. You're showing that life's setbacks are just setups for comebacks. Now, let's be clear. Hard work is not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's not about never falling. It's about rising every time you do. Hard transforms impossibilities into opportunities because it allows us to overcome the challenges that often appear insurmountable. When we are faced with difficulties, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed or defeated. But hard work provides a pathway to progress, even in the face of adversity. It teaches us to focus on what we can control, our effort, determination, and consistency rather than being paralyzed by what we can't. Challenges that seem impossible at first begin to shrink as we break them down and tackle them step by step. Hard work also builds resilience, which is a crucial part of turning impossibilities into opportunities. Life doesn't give out rewards without tests, and every obstacle we encounter is a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what lies ahead. Each time we put in the effort, we're not just working toward a goal, we're building our capacity to handle greater challenges in the future. What once seemed unattainable starts to feel within reach because we've strengthened ourselves through the process of persistent effort. It's also through hard work that we discover new opportunities we never even knew existed. When we push ourselves and dedicate time to a task, we often uncover skills, ideas, and possibilities that were hidden beneath the surface. These moments of discovery don't happen when we give up or take shortcuts. They happen when we dig deep and commit to the process. What may have seemed like a dead end becomes a new door opening to something better because hard work reveals paths that aren't immediately visible. Hard work changes how we perceive challenges. Instead of seeing them as barriers, we start to see them as puzzles to solve. This shift in mindset is critical because it allows us to approach difficulties with creativity and problem solving rather than defeat. Hard work fosters a belief that progress is always possible, even when the situation seems dire. This belief is what turns impossibilities into opportunities. It creates a confidence that fuels further action. Hard work also inspires others, and this ripple effect creates even more opportunities. When people see someone pushing forward despite the odds, it reminds them that they too can overcome their challenges. This influence expands beyond the individual, creating a culture of persistence and possibility that transforms entire communities. Persistence outweighs talent when talent isn't driven because effort and consistency are the true engines of progress. Talent is often seen as a natural gift, something that gives an individual an advantage, but without the dedication to nurture and apply that talent, it remains dormant. Persistence, on the other hand, is the fuel that drives success regardless of natural ability. A person with average skills who shows up every day, works hard, and remains determined will always surpass someone with immense talent who lacks the will to put in the effort. Persistence is the ability to keep going even when the journey becomes tough. It is what allows people to face failure, rejection, and setbacks without giving up. Talent can only take someone so far because challenges are inevitable in any pursuit. Those who are persistent develop the grit to face obstacles and find ways to overcome them. They learn from their mistakes, adjust their strategies, and keep moving forward. This process of growth and adaptation gives persistence its edge over talent alone. While talent might provide a head start, persistence ensures long-term progress. Natural ability can create early successes, but it is persistence that builds the habits and discipline needed to sustain and expand those successes over time. People who rely solely on talent often become complacent, expecting things to come easily to them. But those who are persistent know that every step forward requires effort, and they never take progress for granted. This mindset gives them the ability to outperform those who depend solely on their natural gifts. Persistence also creates opportunities that talent alone cannot. The more someone applies consistent effort, the more they refine their skills, broaden their experiences, and build resilience. These are qualities that open doors and create possibilities, even in areas where initial talent may have been lacking. A person who demonstrates persistence sends a clear message. They are reliable, determined, and willing to do what it takes to succeed. This reputation often leads to opportunities that others might miss simply because they weren't willing to put in the work. Persistence is a teacher. It teaches patience, adaptability, and the value of hard work. Every setback becomes a lesson, and every challenge becomes an opportunity to grow. This learning process shapes a person into someone who is not just skilled, but also resilient, resourceful, and capable of achieving more than they ever thought possible. Setbacks are setups for comebacks because they present opportunities to learn, grow, and rise stronger than before. While setbacks can often feel like the end of the road, they are rarely permanent. Instead, they serve as moments that test our resolve and force us to evaluate what went wrong and how we can improve. In every setback, there is a lesson waiting to be uncovered, and those who are willing to reflect and adapt are the ones who turn these moments into stepping stones toward greater success. Setbacks often have a way of revealing hidden strengths. When things go wrong, we are forced to dig deep and find the inner resilience we might not have known we possessed. These challenges stretch us, pushing us beyond our comfort zones and teaching us that we are capable of handling more than we thought. Every time we bounce back, we gain confidence in our ability to navigate difficulties, and this confidence fuels further growth. Setbacks give us a chance to rethink our approach. They remind us that failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of the process. Each time we encounter a roadblock, we have the opportunity to analyze what worked, what didn't, and what we can do differently moving forward. This process of trial and error is how progress is made, and setbacks play a vital role in refining our strategies and sharpening our focus. Setbacks also build character. They teach us patience, humility, and perseverance. It's easy to stay motivated when things are going well, but true growth happens when we keep pushing forward even when the path gets tough. These experiences shape us into individuals who are not only capable but also empathetic, understanding the value of effort and the challenges that come with pursuing goals. Setbacks have the power to shift our perspective. They force us to pause, reassess, and sometimes even reevaluate what we truly want. In doing so, they often lead to breakthroughs that wouldn't have been possible otherwise. What initially feels like a loss can ultimately guide us towards something even better, whether it's a new opportunity, a different path, or a deeper sense of purpose. This ability to turn setbacks into comebacks is what separates those who merely survive challenges from those who thrive because of them. Small, consistent efforts create unshakable foundations for success because they build momentum and establish habits that lead to long-term achievements. While grand gestures and dramatic actions often grab attention, it is the small, steady steps taken every day that truly make a difference. These efforts may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time they accumulate into something powerful. Every small action contributes to the bigger picture, gradually transforming aspirations into reality. Consistency allows progress to become predictable and sustainable. It creates a rhythm in which improvement becomes second nature, and this steady progress lays the groundwork for success. Each small effort reinforces the next, creating a compounding effect where the results grow exponentially over time. Just like a bricklayer building a wall, every brick laid carefully and consistently adds to the structure. The foundation becomes stronger with every step. And what once seemed like an overwhelming task becomes achievable through dedication to the process. These small efforts also teach discipline, which is critical for achieving meaningful goals. The ability to show up and do the work, even on days when motivation is low, separates those who succeed from those who stop halfway. Small actions require commitment, and that commitment builds a mindset of perseverance. It's not about making one monumental leap, but about taking one small step after another, day after day. This approach ensures that even in the face of setbacks or obstacles, the forward motion continues. Small, consistent efforts also minimize the risk of burnout. When people focus solely on large, intense bursts of activity, they often find it difficult to maintain the energy and enthusiasm needed for sustained success. However, when the focus shifts to steady progress, it becomes easier to stay engaged and motivated over the long term. The process feels manageable, and the sense of accomplishment from completing small tasks fuels the desire to keep going. These small efforts provide an opportunity to refine skills and build confidence gradually. Every time a task is repeated, it improves competence and efficiency, leading to mastery over time. Each small win builds belief in one's ability to achieve larger goals. The incremental nature of small, consistent actions ensures that growth is both steady and enduring, creating a foundation that can withstand challenges and setbacks. Through this approach, success is not the result of luck or talent, but the outcome of deliberate, focused, and consistent effort. Thanks for watching.